Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you my second game from the StarCraft 2 beta. I'll stop counting after my first 10 and after it figures out what league I should be in, and I'll really see how poorly I am. So that first game against the Protoss, Shredded Wheat, completely killed me. This is a game against Hydralisk, so right now I'm getting that currently having that command center, just grabbing some additional minerals right now. Not much to really talk about. I turned down the music and turned down the sounds. Hopefully the sound effects won't be as high, and we'll go from there right now. Also, if you look over here to the north hand side, we have the hatchery, and we have, in fact, just a standard build right here. So this is still a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys are enjoying my cast. Hoping that you guys get a little bit of love from Blizzard through this in terms of just being able to see the StarCraft game right now. A little bit interesting that the game time here isn't actually coinciding with what my timer says. It's actually a little bit faster. So this gameplay is. I'm not quite sure how they determined fast or not fast. Moving down here, we see this drone now coming out, or we have this drone already coming out to scout, or that's an overlord. So we finally have a drone coming out to scout. So this drone now moving out, just hovering across the ground. Very, very beautiful game. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I hope that the level of detail that I am able to set up for you guys is good enough right now. So here we have that drone already heading out, trying to do some scouting. Meanwhile, I have my SCV coming out doing some scouting as well. So the SCV coming there with the little rocket boosters on his back, looking very nice. Through the page up, page down, insert. Oh yeah, so basically all the abilities look, the controls of the replay look pretty much the same. If you are wondering how they look, except instead of the move instead of moving left and moving right with the mouse, it's actually reverse compared to Warcraft 3. So that's still taking a little bit time for me to get accustomed to right now. We have this drone now moving off to that north hand side. Now moving out, I have an SCV trying to chase, making sure that that drone does not stay in my base, wanting to make sure that he goes all the way back to his base. And meanwhile, at the same time, right now I have this SCV moving over here to this north hand side. I see that the spawning pool is being produced. No early hatchery over here at the natural expansion, as there is just an overlord, as I see this spawning pool already. So it is not going to be an 11 or 12 hatchery build. So I think I can be a little bit aggressive here in terms of trying to do anything. Actually, I don't see that spawning pool, so I think he's trying to save up for something. So I think I decide to try to do a bunker rush. Hey, if it worked in StarCraft 1, why not StarCraft 2? So I see the Overlord overhead right here, and now I am producing Marines out here. I'm going to queue up 4 Marines, move them out across the map, have them rendezvous here. You can see where the rendezvous point is. Looks very, very nice. Bunker currently being built. Bunker's having 400 hit points in StarCraft 2. Also, at the same time, I have a supply depot on my back door because of these destructible rocks. I want to make sure that if my opponent is vastly better than me and he tries to come in through this back door way, that I'm actually prepared for it. So I have destructible rocks right here being built, and finishing off this bunker right here. I'm sending out a Marine. This Marine now just moving. He's doing a straight move, not a move and attack. So that's going to be a little bit of a interesting thing. He does see this overlord. He sees this overlord and he starts to attack now. So perhaps I did do a move and attack now. And this overlord desperately trying to run away from me. And that overlord able to escape, as I did not realize that that Marine was actually attacking an overlord. Continuing to play. See another Marine. Marine sees this Overlord. I'm going to try to shoot down this Overlord, but I do not think that the Overlord, I will be able to get down the Overlord, as the Overlord is going to go to the high ground. And as soon as it gets to that high ground, I think I'm going to lose sight of it. And do I in fact lose sight of it? Yes. No. No, the Marine's going to come back around. No, the Marine's not going to come back around. And that Overlord is going to stand right by that Zelnaga watchtower. Right now we have an army of about 4 or 5 Zerglings sitting out here. And looking at the red player is not producing enough drones, or does not quite know. Well, it looks like he did use the spawn larva ability. So using that spawn larva ability, wow, look at that number of Zerglings right there. So inject larva, spawn larva, so that hatchery now trying to spawn additional larva, and that is a pack of about 12 Zerglings going to be moving out, and that 12 Zerglings going to come in and just swarm my bunker right here. I see those Zerglings, so I get my SCV off of that factory, trying to get it to repair, and it's not going to make it in time. So those 12 Zerglings are going to be able to destroy this whole entire bunker rush. So I'm deeply behind at this point. I'm able to take out maybe half of those Zerglings, but that is a very deep rush, and I also lose my factory. I was trying to play very dangerously, trying to play with a factory out front so that I can start to do a Terran siege earlier, but that unfortunately did not work for me. Right now I have really much nothing in my base. I have 21 over 27 food right now compared to my opponent's 24 over 34. I'm looking over here. Let me see resources, resource income units. There are the unit production. So yeah, all I have are 20 SCVs at this point compared to 12 drones. So I definitely have a much stronger mineral, much stronger economy than my opponent at this point. So that's the only thing that's really keeping me in this game right now. It also keeps track of larva count, so that's quite nice. So here, one of those nice unit overlays on the top left-hand corner. Because I saw such a large number of Zerglings, I knew that I needed a unit that would counter the Zerglings. So I said, why not use the Reaper? The Reaper has an additional plus attack versus light, so they do 9 damage, and they have 2 attacks per round, so that is doing an amazing 18 damage a shot. So 18 damage a shot means that they will take out a Zergling. Two Reapers can take out a Zergling in 1 shot. Also, the D8 charges, it is not used like spider mines anymore. The D8 charges are actually only used against structures, and it's an attack used against structures. So I'll go ahead and show you how that works in just a little bit. Here comes those Zerglings. The Zerglings coming in single file, and those Zerglings desperately trying to take down my units. I'm going to move my Reapers back, bring my SCVs off the line as he's just moving and attacking. And because he's just moving and attacking, and the high hit points of those SCVs, I lose like 2 or 3 SCVs, and that's it. And I'm able to keep my Reapers alive, and I'm able to take down that whole entire fight. So I have a single low hit point Reaper, and I'm producing more and more Reapers. I'm really liking the Reaper against Zerg at this point, as the Zerg Hydralisks are also light units. Only the Queen is a biological psionic. I don't know if it's small, medium, or large. It doesn't say. It doesn't really say right here. You'll have to check. Hold on, let's see. Nope, don't see any of that right there. So now we have more inject larvae, so the Zerg Queen working out very well, and also getting Banelings. So Banelings coming from Hydralisk. Hydralisk is the name of the opponent that I'm playing against, and he is also getting a hatchery. So getting that secondary hatchery, and now we have Zerglings with that speed upgrade. Look how fast they're moving across the map right there. They're just darting across that map, coming across, and now those Zerglings are going to run into a group of Reapers. So we'll see how those Reapers do right here. I think they're just going to trim till they get surrounded here, and that is not good. Not good right now, as those Reapers desperately try to move back away into that base right now. More Reapers coming in, and as soon as they get into a little single file right there, I know that I can use that single file wall in order to just try to focus down those Zerglings even more. Reapers now have those jetpack attacks, so they are able to move around up and down those cliffs much more easily. I am also getting the research nitro packs. One thing, I got stimp because I thought that the Reapers had the stimp ability. They in fact do not at the very opening of the beta. So the Reapers do not have stimp at this point. And key thing to note, right now opponent does have that secondary hatchery up and is going to start investing into spine crawlers, trying to get a very nice base defense going for him as well. Reapers, I have a group of 6 Reapers. I'm going to move out and perhaps try to figure out what my next strategy is going to be. I am building a starport, and I'm getting medevacs. Medevacs because I do have a large infantry army, and the medevacs will heal those Reapers. So I want those Reapers to be healed. I'm now sending SCVs over to this north-hand side, thinking that this command center will be completed sometime soon. As soon as I realize that, I'm like, wait a second, why am I building additional SCVs when I can be building an orbital command? I'm still not used to the whole entire macro element yet. Still trying to upgrade that. Still trying to figure out that strategy right now. Now, here's my gambit. I'm going to use the medevac. I'm going to heal up my units. And I'm going to assume that because of the last 2 failed attacks, my opponent feels that he's going to try to like cluster up into his base just a little bit more. He's not going to feel quite ready to attack me. So I'm going to pick up my Reapers in just a second. Yeah, come on, pick up those Reapers. No, not yet? Okay. Anyways, secondary command center is currently up and running. We have a large group of Zerglings with spine crawlers sitting over there at that front side. And now the Reaper's finally deciding to make its way into that medevac. There it goes. And now, so each Reaper takes up 1 cargo slot in that medevac right now, and that medevac now moving out. The medevac, a great addition to the Terran army much better than a dropship, as the dropship before, after it unloaded its unit, couldn't really do much. Now I'm going to take this time to say stay tuned for part 2 and the conclusion of my replay. Thank you.